And we're live.
All right.
My name's Noah. I'm an alcoholic. Welcome to our stream.
And I'm Gabe. Thanks for stopping by. Let's have a little discussion about reservations.
Thanks. Reservations. Relapse is never an accident. Relapse is a sign that we have a reservation in our program. A reservation is something we set aside for future use. In our case, a reservation is the expectation that if such and such happens, we will surely relapse. What event do we expect will be too painful to bear? Maybe we think that if a spouse or lover leaves us, we will have to get high. If we lose our job, surely we think we will lose. We will use. Lose, use, yeah, same thing. Or maybe it's the death of a loved one that we expected to be unbearable. In any case, the reservations we harbor give us permission to use when they come true, as they often do. We can prepare ourselves for success instead of relapse by examining our expectations and altering them where we can. Most of us carry within us a catalog of anticipated misery closely related to our fears. We can learn how to survive pain by watching other members live through a similar pain. We can apply their lessons to our own expectations. Instead of telling ourselves we will have to get high if this happens, we can quietly reassure ourselves that we too can stay clean through whatever life brings us today. Just for today, I will check for any reservations that may endanger my recovery and share them with another addict. That's good.
Ooh,
I like that.
yeah, that's like loaded up, right?
Because I think I have reservations. I will be the first to admit it.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to talk about that? Because I was definitely like hearing some stuff that you've talked about in the past.
Right.
Do you have like events that you fear that you've basically accepted would end your recovery?
Yeah. I think there's a few. You and I breaking up. Um, Maybe you dying. But or that could go either way. I don't know if I have like a reservation. I feel like I would almost have to be stronger, be like, how to do this. Maybe being super successful and having lots of money. I'm thinking that would be one. So I guess I have to give all my money away before I get too much.
Right.
Those are really,
Pretty much it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is hard because I don't know, the painful things in life that we anticipate.
Yeah.
I mean,
your mom passing away, that's the closest death that I've had since I've been sober. And it was the first day, like when it was all happening, I had a lot of anxiety that night, like, oh my gosh, like just like not the realization, but like, oh yeah, we're all gonna die, it's just remembering that and like feeling. But after about 10 minutes of just trying to relax and calm down, it went away.
Right. Was that like an alcohol trigger or just anxiety?
Anxiety, which anxiety is a huge alcohol trigger for me.
Right. Yeah. That was really hard for me. This topic for me, because my addiction being like a people addiction is a little harder to track this.
Yeah.
What behaviors would I turn to if, there's events that are too hard and define too hard. I've been through, I've lost
You've been
both
through a lot.
my parents.
Well, your dad, you weren't staying sober.
That
I was here. I was at the house drinking a bunch, so doing that.
Well, and I turned to, my real addiction is like a relational addiction, and with
With work.
work and with people, with work and my relationship with my brother, because he kind of understood my pain. I just really went into those things so hard and buried myself.
Yeah.
So, are there situations that would be so painful that I would do that again? Probably.
Yeah.
Not because I would want to, but because it's so hard not to. Even my mom passing, I had the project of our recovery. And in some ways it made it harder, and in some ways it made it easier because I was able to focus on that, working on us, working on myself. So I don't know. I would like to say that I don't have reservations, but I can't say that. I just don't know what else is possible. And in my recovery, I'm working on being open to what's possible in a good sense. Like I don't have the capacity that God does, the infinite kind of imagination and wisdom to know what's possible in my life in a good way. And I want to be open to that. In a bad way, maybe I fear that because I've had so many painful experiences that I almost feel like I have a degree, like I know pain. You can't introduce me to new pain because I've had it all, but that's not true. There's always new pain. It's always new ways to be hurt and stretched in a way that makes us want to turn to something comfortable. For you, alcohol. For me, maybe like a close emotional relationship or a big project, food, shopping. I mean, there's a lot of things that I can really throw myself into. I think they're just confusing things because they can be good or bad, obviously shopping or eating, these are not bad things. People have to do this, but it's what you use it for. And many times in my life, I've used these things as medication. So yeah, I mean, I wish that it said a little more about what to do about your reservations. What does it say? I don't remember. Does it say?
You can pull it up on yours.
I can pull it up on mine. All right.
Sometime.
What's the site?
jftna.org. Oh. Just go to Google search just for today. NA.
I'm there.
Oh, okay. You're there.
It is on the site.
Okay.
So if anyone wants to read along with us, jftna.org, and there is a link there for daily meditation, and you just click it.
Or do jftna.org/JFT.
Oh, that's coming out of my headset. I was like, where
Mute
is that
computer.
noise? Okay, I'm going to. A reservation, too painful. Maybe we think, prepare ourselves for success instead of relapse by examining our expectations and altering them where we can. Most of us carry within us a catalog of anticipated misery. We can learn how to survive pain by watching other. Okay. Okay. So I get it. It's saying our groups, like this one, like Al Anon, like AA. And this has happened where I have watched people go through different things that I would consider painful. Certainly, a lot of them have watched me go through things that are
Yeah.
really painful and continue in recovery. So I get that. So that takes being in relationship with other recovering people
Yeah.
to draw strength from their experience and examining our expectations and altering them where we can. I mean, that's huge. And I think I've done a lot of that just based on pain. I mean, I had so many expectations for my life, for my relationships, for my family, for money that have all been just blown to shit. I mean, expectations are ridiculous. They set you up for failure cataclysmically. So yeah, I can see that I definitely now spend time examining my expectations of life, what I really want. You know, our relationship is like a huge, work trigger for me. That in any given situation, if I expect you to respond in a certain way to me and you don't, right there is a place for me to work. That, I expected something. Did I have a right to expect that? Where did the expectation even come from? Did it have, like, yeah. So,
Yeah.
It's good. How about you? Do you have expectations that have been blown or expectations you still hold on to that like you're kind of worried they might get blown?
I think a few of my expectations of life have been blown. Definitely.
Yeah.
I never thought that I would be an alcoholic. I mean,
right. Who grows up predicting that or expecting that,
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree. That's hard. That's like that humility piece that you were talking about yesterday. Accepting our lives and ourselves as they play out. Oof. It's like, this isn't what I was going to be.
Right.
Shit. Oops. God, you fucked up. Just kidding. You did not fuck up. This is the life that I was meant to have and the things that I was meant to encounter. I believe he's just preparing me for my greatness. You like that?
Yeah. I do.
All right. Well, that's all I've got to say. Did anything come up on chat? I went away from that screen. No? Okay. Well, if anybody's watching this after the live chat is over, feel free to message us and we can address your questions, stories, concerns in our next meeting.
Okay.
Oh, we didn't do the serenity prayer at the start.
Gosh.
And we want to end with the Lord's Prayer, right?
Yeah.
This is not a call to religion. You don't need to go out and join a church. This is just something that we do to connect with our higher power. Come on over here. All right, do you want to do this? Should we do the serenity prayer first?
No, we don't have to.
No,
We
just
skipped that.
Okay. I mean, I say it often in my head.
Me too.
Okay. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and power, and the glory forever. Amen. All right, people. We'll see you later.